Executives of the world's largest cruise liner are expressing confidence in the Bahamian economy as a multi-million-dollar heads-of agreement is signed. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Altaviz Munnings.
I'm Kishla Adderley. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Topping the news, Royal Caribbean Cruises is the latest investor to put its money where its mouth is, making a deal with the government to inject an additional $150 million to creating a world-class cruise port at Coco Cay.
Clint Watson leads us off tonight on the move that paves the way for new jobs and the provision of a new industry.
With millions to be injected into the Berry Islands, the world's largest cruise ship company, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, say they're ready to double the amount of tourists they bring to the Bahamas over the next decade.
Today we bring every single year 1.7 million tourists to the Bahamas. Our projections are that we will, if you'll allow us, we will bring over 3 million tourists to the Bahamas over the next decade on an annual basis.
RCL is hoping to achieve this through a $150 million upgrade and will construct a fixed-pier cruise port at Coco Cay to better accommodate the cruise ships. The cruise line would also add additional cruise stops to the quay. This would allow direct access to the island instead of tendering boats. That also means the large Oasis-class ships, which carry up to 5,400 passengers, will now be able to call on the port. Prime Minister the Right Honourable Perry Christie says the fixed pier improvement will be ready for winter 2017.
That will offer additional accommodations for guest attractions. There will be a new craft marketplace, a shore excursion building, bike equipment rentals, transportation center, suite guest building, a new active aquatic zone, additional food and beverage facilities, and associated infrastructure and landscaping, and every one of those areas speaks to jobs for Bahamians. Phase 3 is slated to have additional guest attractions. Local musicians, entertainers, artists, and other professions will also be engaged.
Already, there are 140 Bahamians employed at the quay. During the construction phase, an additional 30 jobs will be created, and thereafter, the numbers will move to 210. But that's not all. The developer will also establish a training academy.
The goal is to prepare qualified Bahamian students for careers at sea on board one of the Royal Caribbean's many cruise ships around the world, and to provide them with valuable and marketable hospitality skills. The company has also agreed to employ a minimum of 200 qualified graduates of the training academy annually.
President and CEO of Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, Michael Bailey, says they are dedicated to training young Bahamians to work on their ships. He highlighted his 30-year journey from an employee in the ship to now head of the company.
I think that same journey is now available to the young kids in the Bahamas who want to go through the training and join Royal Caribbean, and we're looking forward to welcoming them on board our ships, and we'll give them all of the encouragement and nurturing that we can, and maybe in 3 decades the future CEO and President of Royal Caribbean will be sitting here talking about another deal with the Bahamas.
We're told work begins in 2 weeks. Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.